YouTube, happy Thursday. So today's buzz is brought to you by Winking Owl California Merlot. This is actually a Aldi brand wine. I love Aldi wine. You know, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get your buzz on, bitch. You can spend, I think this was like $2.96. Bitch, you ain't got to spend a whole lot of money. You know, you still get good quality. You still get that good old buzz. So, cheers to you. I know y'all like, bitch, where you been? Where you been? Bitch, listen. I've been living the dream, honey. You know, I have to say that my life has been very, very good. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Life has been really, really good to me. I cannot complain. Last year, I purchased this house. You know, this is my house. I purchased it. I actually had to go through a whole year process of cleaning up my credit, saving money, all the things that you do to get a house, you know, saving up, not saving up, but looking for fucking income tax return documents and all the documents that they need in order for me to get this loan on this motherfucking house. And I got it. The motherfucking Loa and the Orishas have blessed me. They have blessed me. And if you all don't know what Loa and Orishas are, bitch, Santeria and Voodoo, that's my love right there, you know. And I'm going to do another video about that, you know. I am a huge lover of Santeria and Voodoo. I contribute a lot of the great things that have gone on in my life to my practices in Santeria and my practices in Voodoo. I don't do them both. I'm basically I practice Santeria, but I love aspects of Voodoo. I love reading about Voodoo. I love studying Voodoo. I love, learning about certain gods and certain energies and how they relate to me and how I can tap into certain energies and things like that. You know, it's just, you know, when that type of spirituality was introduced to me, it was like it called to me. It wasn't even necessarily introduced to me by anyone in particular. It just called to me. You know, I was, up one day watching YouTube, and I was watching YouTube videos of people who practice Santeria and just learning about certain gods, Oya, Yemeya, Shango, and, all of these wonderful deities that look like me. They look like me, bitch. They look like me. And I love that about these spiritualities, these African-based spiritualities, that the gods look like me. Okay? But as I said before, I'll talk about that in another video. But bitch, yes, I have been doing really, really well. I, got this house. Took the money that I've saved to fix it up. I sanded the floors. I painted the walls. I've had a few get-togethers here. So my premise is I want to stay active in the sex positive community here in St. Louis. So basically, the reason why I purchased this house is because I wanted to throw sex positive events for, people of color, people to explore, their sexuality in a safe environment where they're not judged. Of course, we know black folks know how to fuck, but there are certain aspects of sex that we can't really tap into because we're ashamed of it. Some of us, if you are a straight man and you are curious about homosexuality, bitch, I'm your bitch. You know what I'm saying? I want people to come here and feel comfortable experimenting. If you want to experiment with BDSM and sadomasochism and things like that, bitch, you can come and do all that here. Okay? Bitch, I got all type of gadgets, lotions, and potions and everything, for people who wants to come over here and really, really explore that realm of sexuality. And I just wanted to have a space where they can do it and discreet and be comfortable. We have some wine, cheese, fruit, and we just have a good time just doing that sensuality thing. I've always enjoyed sex. I have. I have. I am very, very, what do they call it? Pansexual. Pansexual, which basically means that, you know, my sexuality is fluid. You know, I could be gay one day, I could be straight another day. You know, it all depends on, you know, how the wind blows, you know, and I want people to be able to explore that part of their personality, you know. Everything isn't just vanilla sex. Everything isn't just, you know, you come over, whip it out, fuck, and then go home. You know, sometimes you want to explore different things. You want to explore different sensations. You want to explore being tied up. You want to explore breathing fetishes. Fetishes that are considered kind of dangerous. Like breathing fetishes is actually pretty fucking dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. You know, that is the art of strangulation and things of that sort. I want to explore that shit. There are people who are into that shit. I'm gonna tell you something. Being in the sex work industry for so long, I'm not surprised by anything. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. When people tell me, what they're into, and they're like, "Oh, Erica, you know, I'm ashamed to admit that I'm into this," and blah 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 blah. Why? If it ain't illegal, now if you talking about fucking on some kids or some shit, then yeah, that's sick. No, don't tell me that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You know, I don't want to hear you fucking on no kids. Okay, but if you are into like role play and dressing up, maybe you a man. I remember I had a guy who, you know, used to come over and hang out with me, and he wasn't the nicest looking guy, but he loved to dress and drag. He loved to dress and drag. And, you know, he would come over and I would provide him with these, you know, ugly ass Dolly Parton blonde wigs, and he would put on his little lingerie and his little high heels and shit like that. And, you know, I would pretend like I'm doing a photo shoot. Now, click. He would love that shit, man. He would be fucking love that shit, and he loved that. And dude, listen. When he would get off, he would blow his wad inside of his high heel shoe. Bitch, some of the best times of my motherfucking life. Okay, just helping people explore different realms of sexuality, you know. And I had a whole YouTube channel that was devoted to me discussing that shit, and that shit got shut down. So I have to be really, really careful about what I talk about on this channel, because this is actually, you know, my first YouTube channel over here, and I don't want to get shut down. You know, so as I've said before, I have other websites that you can follow me on if you want just to follow me in, you know, my realm of kink, my realm of sexuality. I can't really do it here on YouTube because YouTube be on some bullshit sometimes, but I understand this ain't my platform, so I have to follow the rules. I can't be doing nothing adult oriented and things like that, but I do want to be able to talk about these things, you know. Another thing that I've been doing lately is I've been doing a lot of writing. You all know that I love to write. And lately, I've had this character in my head, and it's like an obsessive thing where this character is a vampire. She is a vampire, a black vampire, and she has dreadlocks, but she's sexy at the same time, but she has a blood fetish for black men. She loves black blood. She loves, well, not just black men, but just black people in general. And the darker you are, the more she's obsessed with drinking your blood. So I've been really, really writing this and getting this into like my head, because it's just, a lot of times I'll lay in bed sometimes and I'll think about, you know, oh man, you know, how can I make this character more edgy? You know, how can I make this character more sexy? You know, so I'll lay in bed just thinking about this shit, man, and I love this, and I love this. And the fucking character's name is Helen, and Helen is a woman from back in the 40s. Now, of course, most of it is present day 2018, but she was turned into a vampire in the 1940s. So it just basically goes through those years of her being a vampire and just her just being in different decades in the black community from the 60s to the 70s to the 50s, and just going into nightclubs. She becomes a cabaret singer just so she can get in these nightclubs and drink this black blood, because she feels like black blood is more potent and it's more supreme. She's like, I love black blood because it's more supreme. There's more lipids in it. There's something about it that just makes her just makes her crazy. So I've just been really just focusing on that and a lot of things. I just been busy, y'all. Been busy. Life has been good, as I've said before. I'm a little tipsy right now, so if I'm rambling, I apologize. But what have you all been up to? You know what I'm saying? Leave me a comment in my comment box. Inspire me. I miss making videos for you guys, and I want to come back ASAP. So, leave me a comment. Let me know what you've been up to. Okay? And I'll see you all next video. You all have a fantastic and safe rest of your week. And I'll see you next video. Deuces.